Blinky Cattle. This guy again. Yo, hello, and welcome to another episode of With Enough Prep Time. I'm your host, the Nerd Man, and today we're talking with we're doing a hip hop day. We're doing a hip hop night. We're gonna
rap music
talking. We're both we've got well, hopefully we'll have another person as well, but we've got Yellow Does It here. Myself, we're both do rap music. I do a little bit.
No. I retired.
All right, we've got a retired rapper. We've got
There we go.
a semi-retired rapper, semi-retired vet. Yeah. And hopefully we'll have Super Zero here soon. He was a producer and DJ and I believe rapper as well. What I'm going to ask you to do is if you could introduce yourself a bit, and then also tell me like just your history of how you got into hip hop, because I have to do something quickly.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be
your first. Yeah,
hard to. It's fam. I'm black in America. Like this, it's earlier than I can remember. Rap music was already either this is the music that we listen to, or that's that music y'all shouldn't be listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of my DNA at this point. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm Yellow Does It. I think maybe I wrote my first rap in like 7th grade. Ooh, I thought I was nice. I think I rhymed bounce like 7 times. I was killing it, man. I think I mentioned the 40 ounce at one point. I can't remember. It was nonsense. But I think when I think about like my earliest exposure to rap that I was conscious of, that I was like cognizant for, it was probably Crisscross Jump. Like,
you still there? Shit.
Yeah, the whole time. I don't know what's going on though. And I was talking the whole time too. Oh shit! And it was going through. So you just seem to be
difficult.
Yeah, but it looked like the stream is good. So you just
up. It's gonna be a little bit of interruptions just for a second, man. Just continue talking. You should be fine on your side. It's just because I'm trying to put this on Twitter. I completely forgot to put it on. So just give me 1 second. You'll have my undivided attention.
So go on, tell me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I was trying to tell you, but then you was like, kept making noise and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
no, it was just because I told you like it. I got.
Go ahead.
No.
You know what I love, bro? I love seeing like this. Like right now, I'm scrolling on YouTube because I was about to pull up this stream right here and share it on social media. And I see Talib Kweli and Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, on a podcast together. And I feel like we should just watch that and react to it for like an hour, because that's probably going to be way more fascinating than anything we could come up with as far as hip hop is concerned. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's Black Star, bro. That's fam. They changed my life. Listen, growing up, I was like, crisscross, make them jump. And then like some of the older heads, they was listening to like some of the older heads around the way. They was listening to like KRS-One. They was listening to Rakim. Coogee Rap was somebody who was real big and like in the older heads that like I shouldn't have been around. And then of course Wu-Tang Clan. I'm trying to think of who exactly, like, who were the people that was around me listening to while I was forming my opinions about hip hop, and it was like Biz Markie was played a lot, fam. I can't tell you how many times as a child I heard that you got what I need.
Wait a second, let me ask you something, because I don't even know, like, just out of interest, how old you are in Super Zero, man. How's it going, dude?
It's going.
Right.
I was having internet connection troubles.
Oh, no worries, bro. No worries.
The fucking neighbors trying to cop my fucking internet, man.
Cowards.
I let him use it. I let him use it for his Xbox one time, and now I can see he's connected. But in my internet, every time I start to get a lag, I know he's trying to use my internet.
All right, fantastic. I'm all right now, dude.
So he's off it now.
So, yeah, like, as we were saying, yeah, like, I'm just trying to get everyone's like introduction to kind of hip hop, and I was like asking, like, just roughly, like, speaking, what like what year, like, did you start listening to hip hop?
1992, and my first introduction to hip hop was the West Coast and New York. West Coast was Far Side, and I think they were on Def Jam, and New York was like Notorious B.I.G. and then Tupac as well. But I really
keep on passing me by.
Far Side.
Yo, that Far Side beat is fire, bro. I still want to rap on that.
Everything they put out is.
Let's be honest, right? Let's all be honest, though. Like, I'm from the 80s. I'm an 80s kid, so my first intro to hip hop straight up was MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice, dude. I was proper down by Hammer and Vanilla Ice. Come on, man. I was 7 years old or something like that.
Consider that pop instead of
it was rap. It was rap. I watched all the MC Hammer movies, dude. This guy's broke now. I swear, like, he's even like making sandwiches at your local, like. But anyway,
he's a preacher now.
Oh, is he a preacher?
MC Hammer.
But yeah. Yep. He was hip hop that everyone could love. He transcended everything. It was like, he was so massive. It was so funny. Like, because when you think about, how people view hip hop, and like, they're like, oh, don't want your kids to listen to that kind of crap, because it's gonna fuck their minds, and
it's true.
They're gonna become criminals.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened to me. I became a gangster,
Right. And me, specifically because of listening to rap.
yeah. I became murdered my first person at age like.
You had to.
Had to do it, man.
That's how you unlock the bonus track.
Yeah, but no, but that was my first thing, and I was into some shit hip hop. Like, no, actually, let me be fair. Like, I was into like the popular kind of hip hop that was around. Like,
pop.
I'd listen to the stuff that was like really like good as well if I heard it, and I'd appreciate it. But definitely, I think that it was Biggie and Puffy that first, I was first listening to before I then started going into the hard stuff like Wu-Tang.
That's what was accessible though. That was like, it's the stuff that you had access to, especially at the earlier ages. Because like I said, man, Crisscross, bro. Crisscross, that's my first time I heard it. I was like, this is rap, and I love it. Like, that was the first time I was cognizant of what was some, but then obviously, but like I said, older people in my life, they were playing some other stuff that I grew up to love, and then I started to venture out and acquire through different means, different cassette tapes and all that stuff. Like, it's so that it grows from there. But whatever, most people now, Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer, that's a weird place to enter, I feel like. But with that said,
Vanilla Ice was hard.
Those bars on Ice Ice Baby are undeniable, fam. We can't pretend like everybody wasn't like, now stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention, something. Cause that's just fire, bro.
What's that last line he does?
Fire.
What was that last line in the last line in the first verse is kind of hard as well. What do you know the whole verse?
Turn off the lights and I'll glow. I don't know. Maybe if it was playing, I can obviously jump into it.
It was that couple of bars. I'm gonna actually like the couple of bars.
I don't know if that's really necessary. Like, we don't need to shine, because that's, again, it's like Elvis. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you do, like Eminem said, man. I use black music, so to make all this. Like, I don't need to shine a light on Vanilla Ice, but those bars were fire. So and it's undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know who wrote them.
you shouldn't have started rapping it, and then I wouldn't have done that. It's not that hard.
Turn off the lights, and
if there was a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook.
Right, beat with a DJ revolves.
I always like that. But yeah, okay. So who was your first favorite kind of rapper? Who was the one that kind of
Oh man, Tupac, fam.
Me too.
Tupac changed my life when I figured it out. When I understood, like when I listened, because I had heard Brenda's Got a Baby, right? Because it came out in like '92. I heard like Tupacalypse Now. I had heard songs off of it, but I didn't really get it. It wasn't until I think Live and Die in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm lying to you. First, it was Trapped, because I remember seeing the Trapped video, and I remember being like astounded by that, because it felt so like, as a child, even I was like, "Yo, this is so real."
Yeah.
Because at the time,
direct.
Go ahead. Yeah, so no, real. There's no fucking there's point. No allegory, none of that. It's right. This is what the situation is, and that's what I always appreciated about Pac, man.
No, I'll tell you the first rap song I ever cried to actually was all that I got is you, and I'm so grateful I've made it through. It's Ghostface Killer. I love that track. But the second one I ever was really just tearful to was actually Tupac, and that got me into it. And that was 16 on Death Row, and I just listened to those lyrics, and I just thought that was so powerful. Him basically taking the perspective of that kid, right? Like what's going on, man? Super Zero.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you could hear that.
Yeah,
you just started playing some shit. I feel you, man. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do that.
I was just going through my list, and I'm sorry you guys could hear. I thought you couldn't hear that. I apologize.
Anyway, let me just get into the purpose of the episode. We're gonna do three or maybe a little bit more hip hop tracks that either influenced our style or influenced us as musicians.
Is that what we're doing? I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, influenced us as musicians. But we're going to stick to underground stuff because obviously, we'll probably get away with that. And Super Zero, can you tell me you're just because we've talked about, and I know you're a DJ and producer, but I know you rapped as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I still do.
Oh, you still do? Nice. Okay. So
I just don't.
I retired.
I don't mess around with it. I really like to collaborate with people, and it seems like everybody is on their own thing, and it seems like it's really hard to get a collaborative project going on with things going on.
We can collab.
It's like my best stuff is what I do with other people. I think, in my opinion.
Well, dude, we're gonna play one of your tracks then, man. I definitely want to listen to one of your tracks. We're gonna be reacting to one.
You're gonna be playing a bunch of. That's all my old stuff. That stuff's man. That stuff's 2000.
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. We're gonna do it. We're gonna listen to that shit. But can you tell me just your favorite rapper? Why? What got you into it?
Geez. My favorite rapper, honestly, is Michael Larson, and that's Idea. And he was in Idea and Abilities. He was on Rhymesayers for a little bit. He is the MC that MTV did a freestyle show, and they tried to get the hottest guy, the best MC out there that they could find and put on televised to people. And
have you heard of him, Yellow?
What's that?
I was asking Yellow if he's heard of him. No, okay.
No,
I haven't heard of him.
No, I don't recognize the
Idea. Eyedea. You never heard Idea? Like freestyle master. He just crushed and killed people. He's dead now, but he died, I believe, in 20. I actually played a show with him the year before he died, in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and he headlined with Abilities. So I was really lucky to get to even be in his presence. In my opinion, like the guy, to me, he's like, he basically, when MTV approached him, oh, you won, we want to sign you, and then we want to make something out of you. He was kind of like, get fucked. I know I'm a good rapper. It's like, and then he signed independent, and he just destroyed people in all of the MC battles in like Illinois, Minneapolis. He destroyed people.
Interesting. Is he on your list of rappers you're going to be playing us today? Because I'm kind of curious to hear this cat now. You've bigged him up big time. So
I will big him up to the day that I die. He's one of my favorite.
Yeah. So
he's
I'm going to be
cocky, but he's so like honest and forward, and he will not bullshit you as a listener. There's no way.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go over and like look at the lyrics, analyze them a little bit together. But I'm gonna because one of the things, I don't know how much you guys are into UK hip hop.
Not enough.
I know like Dizzy Rascal. I know like actually the guy that I collab with, Tato, is from Amsterdam, so like he's pretty big in there. He was in Moon Addict, Rhyme Factory. Have you ever heard of Rhyme Factory?
Yeah, I actually have. I've kind of come across them. They're like a UK kind of thing, right?
Yeah, Rija Fram Bajek. It's spelled crazy, but it's
it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's pronounced Rhyme Factory in English. So, but those guys are pretty insane with hip hop. Their hip hop is like so raw, and they're so like, I don't know. It's kind of like the guys that you would know. You like I know these guys. They're really personal. I guess they're very friendly, very live. They're insane. But yeah, they're one of my favorite groups overseas, and not just because I work with the guy. But yeah, he's Tato. Tato is an incredible producer, rapper, writer. Everything he does, he plays all the live instruments in all of our stuff that we produce. So like anytime we need an instrument played, he'll just play it. But
sorry, no. I just went off stream because like every time I do anything with my computer, it kind of interrupts it a little bit. But yeah, no, I was just gonna say that UK hip hop is a really kind of interesting thing, and I've kind of watched it develop, and I was part of that scene for a little bit myself. I think really like let's be honest, there were like quite a few rappers before like Eminem like came about on the scene in the UK, but it really exploded after the first Eminem album. I think like in the UK it became kind of very mainstream, whereas I was listening to it before and listening to Cannabis, Wu-Tang, like Fugees, Tupac, like a number of different other artists as well, like a little bit more Talib Kweli and all of these kind of guys as well. So I was like really into it before, and then Eminem comes along and it becomes big amongst like all the like mainstream people. I think there were like two parts. It was Eminem and Biggie, right? That kind of got into the charts a lot, and then like Eminem like coming along, just I think it brought a lot of other like people out like who wouldn't have usually MC'd to like influenced them to MC and stuff. What? So that's when the scene really started like hitting. But I kind of got involved through just doing these kind of poetry jams and stuff like that. And at first I would write, and it was kind of funny. I'd like write poetry and my friends wouldn't listen to it. So I decided to make it rhyme, and then all of a sudden, like, they were like, "Oh yeah, that's dope." And then, from there, I kind of went on to performing. But I'm gonna start with one of he's not a major influence of mine, but in honor of the Loki show coming out, I decided to start off with one MC that was, because we've been talking about Loki, the show. One MC in the UK I think is really fire. And I don't know if you guys have heard of him. I'm being interested to hear what you think of his bars. I think it's a kind of lively, kind of really upbeat, just fire rap to start off with. And then we'll go around, talk about it, and go on to one of yours as well. So let's hit it with Loki.
Loki.
In the back of the blue, but I chat to the youth. Abstract or backpack my attributes, a stack to the root. I catch the truth, pour on tracks for my views, and I sell it at the back of the blue. I'm positive, you're negative, you're whack and confused. I'm back in the fact is your dad to the room. Ain't a chat that you rappers come battle with. Any chat that I spat is immaculate. Every fact that's such a in it. Heard you rap on your tracks are inadequate. Your CD was cack, it was crap. I'm dashing it. You full of fashion with rap, I'm passionate. Blood starts splashing, you whip you dashing it. Said you were packing, I'm acting the back of it. Busy, I'm really a brilliant guy. It's gritty, but really this is mine. If you didn't pity the city, bitty the track and brick it to Piccadilly to millions, give me the vibe, get shake it out when he's spitting the wittiest rhymes. Uncivilized, ignorant, diligent type, and I victimize an idiot a million times. Hey, we raise and spray flames, take snakes off the road like AA. So waste grace, vacate and make space. You bait fakes, you stay fake. We chase papes, you chase dames that babes wait on the lay. You date rate to save face in the same place. We maintain and ain't changed. We make tapes that rate pace. We live this from Lisbon to Ipswich, for instance. Oh look, came for a quick limpid and biscuit. You nitwits a monster, a beast. When I stomp on the beat, if the nonsense you speak is not gonna cease, I'm conscious but leave unconscious. MCs don't respond to the beef if your nonsense and these get hell up on the rhythm when I kill him with a lyrical. Finish up my dinner, then drill him with a syllable. Don't really care what you didn't do. Little fools are minuscule, spitting isn't difficult. You found your man, cause I'm out of mine. Compound saying came for the crown and grime. I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. I'm a fountain of acid, you're alkaline. You alcoholics are out of line.
I'm a fountain of acid, you're alkaline.
Bow to his highness, I'm bound to shine. Let me call vocals and how to rhyme. Think I'm vexed with your indirect. If I spit rhymes next, I will slip 5 next. I'm a big time threat to you. Sly vex. This guy lives life inside stress. I'm the best in the game, not impressed with the fame. I'm testing my aim. If I send for your name, the successful or lame. They kept it the same. For whatever the weather is destined to change. Couldn't give up for your creps, your chains. You slobber on the mic like a brain. I'm mental deranged, crush temples and like petrol and flame, burns like syphilis. You nerds are privileged. When I die, you can say that you heard the sickest spit. My verse is limitless. The earth is spinning quick, pure words are wickedest that I murk the rhythm with. Heard you were good. It's a shame that you're not. Don't care about your chain or the fame that you got. Keep my name on your brain, cause I came. You cap though with your whack flow, with your back though, keep your pack low. Crack go back home, this monster is stronger than catch those backbone. I attack those little fat pole cat soul. Don't ever get arrogant, don't start panicking. Phone your management, mumbling, manner in the manner getting mad again. Don't care about your swagger, man, I'm more medallion. What's the matter then, maggot? Where's your magnum in madness? Man, them are missing like Madeline. I've been badder than you and your bagger men. What's happening when I kill him with a pad and pen? Ain't in your pad to match me. I'm so fast, you should catch a taxi. Have you got the picture like paparazzi? You lack the facts to go back to back. When I watch you rap, it's like crazy comedy. I got a don't rate fake G policy. Your awards, I don't rate these nominees. Just little fickle Jay-Z wannabes. Hobos are old, though it's so true. No promo logo, a photo shoot, postcode, and your mobile too. My opponents are hoping I won't go true. I'm certainly burning these burglars, burly murking these murkers, all mercenaries murder me, bursting and turning your Burberry, Burgundy, Guernsey to Germany, Jersey to Bermondsey, true rain. We got a pen, you underground like a tube line. I'ma come through and shine in due time. Said I can't do grand genre crosser. Nonsense stop for continent stomper. The conscious monster, the freedom fighter. Deepest writer. Beat up ciphers, the people's rhyme. Are bound to get iller. The sound effect filler. The Malcolm X bitter. The alphabet killer. Not a player, hater. Lady dater. Maybe later a baby maker. I get slept on like old pajamas. Will I blow up like boats in a harbour? You spit fire, I'm molten lava. Flow so cold, I scold your father. Sold your soul for gold and Prada. Who do you know whose flow goes harder? It's all
Oh, so that's one of the hottest spitters in I think like he's for me one of the hottest spitters in the UK. What did you make of that? Like, first of all, I don't even know if you understood like what like the the British accent and shit, like American.
I followed low key before when he was, didn't he leave? Did he stop rapping for a while? Like for he like stopped rapping for shit a long time actually, and he just put out a new album. So he's Pickle. That's so nice, a Pickle. But yeah, low key, he's a very, very, very good guy. That acid and alkaline.
Yeah, I'm a fountain of acid.
Yeah, I'm a fountain of acid and alkaline. Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
That was hard.
The nonsense stopper, monster.
Yeah, he's really savvy. He's really savvy with his wordplay out of it.
Yeah, that one I wasn't really. Yeah, go on.
I just love how he raps, how like kind of like Eminem style in Infinite, like the very first album that nobody really heard in the stateside.
I like that.
Well, we heard it in the States. We heard it after, after his first couple albums, and then
I did as well.
And I was just like, wow, how come we never heard this before? And I think he
said, you think this guy is like this?
No, I'm saying I heard him around the time I heard that. Is what I was saying.
Oh, you heard Loki on the time you heard that.
Before he stopped rapping, is what I'm saying. And he came. He just put out a new album, right?
I haven't been following like if he put out a new album, but I like him. He's really. I mean, this is unusual for him. Usually, he's quite political. But I just wanted to start off with this one. From now on, we're going to be able to stop. You can ask me to stop the song or whatever, at a certain point if you want to point out a lyric or something like that. But this one is just like a battle, kind of like heavy, kind of emceeing. So I didn't think that was necessary. But come on, Yellow, tell me. I'm kind of curious. What are your thoughts on my man Loki here?
Low-key is nice. He's got a way to find rhymes and rapid fire flow. We've heard it a lot of times before, and he does a great job with it. I hate this recording of his whatever this is. I hate it. They were playing the beat off of a phone or something. Like, it was just distracting me, because he's nice and I want to hear him in that pocket, as opposed to just like assaulting the whatever was happening, the beat with the rhymes that he had. Although all of them was fire. It's hard to put so many rhyming words together in such a short amount of time and make it be followable, make it be like something that you can understand, something that kind of makes sense. A lot of bravado, of course, but that's what rap is. He's amazing. But also, I get bored with the same sound over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why some of my favorite rappers, they do rhyme off beat. Like they do kind of like they fall off, or it's a little sloppy, some of the timing and stuff. His timing is very concise and it's perfect. And it's shit. And he had some shit to say inside there too. Like some of the metaphors in there was very impactful.
Next time we'll be able to stop it. I'm definitely going to ask you to stop some of your tunes, at a certain point if I think one of the lyrics are fire. But I agree. I mean, I told you like when we were speaking the other day, like there's something. It's not just about really like the technicality of British rap. There's a lot of like, I think, one of the things is they did follow, like it did have this big explosion after Eminem. So it was all about multisyllabic rhyming, and people just, he's fire, but like certain people were just like, oh, if we do multisyllabic rhyming, then we're tight, right? So if every word rhymes like you do a somewhat intricate rhyme scheme, then that automatically makes you fire. And they didn't like focus so much on flow and like, as you said, like coming up with a unique sound,
the way words sound. Right.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I always, like, every time I listen to, like, you know, an American hip hop artist that's new that I just think is really kind of interesting, including yourself, because I've been listening to your dope song, which we're coming to Yellow's song Peace. We're gonna build up to it a little bit, but when I listened to that tune, I was just like,
I hate this.
The American, like, I mean, I'm not just saying it's because you're American, that's why it's good, but like, it was one of those things that just occurred to me. It's just like, I'm never gonna sound like that. I'm never gonna be able to have that authenticity.
See, it's crazy that you say that though, because like, I discovered in early 2020, a UK rapper by the name of Stormzy, I'm sure you've all heard of him, dropped this fucking amazing album, Heavy as the Head. And the fact that he is British and he has that thick Southern London accent, whatever, I don't know nothing about where they come from, but that's what it sounds like to me in my uncultured American ears. It really does, or maybe he's found a way to word his rhymes in a way that it really does add to the delivery of it. I think similarly to the same way that you're saying the American accent does with certain deliveries. So I think it's just, I think as rappers, or people who have written raps, when we hear something that is foreign to us that we like it that much more because it's so different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of times I be with my friends who rap sometimes, but they don't really rap that often. And then when I hear them spit a burst that they're proud of or that they've been working on, and it just reminds me of how different all of our sounds are, it really does make me like it that much more. So I think it's more just, you know, the foreign sound that you're attracted. It's like the exotic woman.
So, mate, what have you brought for us today? You want to give us a little intro to? Is this a rapper who influenced you, or one that you just like at the moment, or and give me a little intro? And you know, tell me about the underground rap scene. Like, is it like you know, is it state to state like thing? So you're like kind of involved in an underground rap scene where it's just like in your state and you get to hear the hottest rappers from there, or is it more like you feel like it's always like you can feel it on a national level? I'm just curious about that kind of, you know, like how it works out there with that kind of stuff.
Me or Super Zero?
You, bro. We're going you, and then we're going
I'm not.
Super Zero.
I'm out of touch with the underground rap scene nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? I'm so like far removed, having retired so many years ago, and having never done it professionally. But the internet, bro, everything is the internet. The internet is everything. That's how everybody connected. Now there would be rap shows and shit, and a lot of that is regional. Like, you can't go to, if you had some success in one state, say, I don't know, like, let's say, trying to pick something like Detroit or something. Let's say you had some success in Detroit. If you go to a show in New York, that's an entirely different kind of crowd that you're performing for, and they have an entirely different kind of expectation. You may not find the same kind of success. So it's always, everything is regional. You know what I mean? Like, it's always has been. But, yeah, fam, man, I've been so far removed from like that whole type of vibe that I don't know no more.
But how was it when were you trying to come up, or were you never really like interested? Because you're hugely talented, shows. So I can't. Oh, so you did shows? All right, cool.
We did shows. We ran to some, like, you know, open mic nights and shit like that, and they would have contests. Certain clubs would have contests and all that. We signed up for that kind of stuff, but it was few and far between for me. One, because I've been rapping from so young that I really wasn't pursuing it that hard when I was out in the streets, having fun, partying, going to clubs, trying to fuck bitches and shit. Like, I wasn't really trying to be a rapper. I was just really good at rapping. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody else came up with the idea of let's be rappers, then I'm like, all right, cool, let's go do it. And then we'd have a little run and go out and find shows and shit like that. But it was never really my pursuit in that sense.
Let me ask you a serious question that everyone really wants to know about your rapping career. Were you wearing the cat ears when you were rapping?
I'm not wearing cat ears, bro. These are my natural ears. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys. My mother is half moon cat demon. That is different from half moon demon cat, because that would be a pet, right? And I have finally earned the courage to live my true self and wear my ears proudly, like out, as opposed to when I used to hide them, you know, and then I would, like, you know what I'm saying, look like all the rest of you weirdos. But yeah, no, I would hide them, and you know, and up until I retire, up until very recently is when I started showing them.
Yeah, but okay, so you like about your kind of like I mean, you were saying that it was kind of like just like a hobby thing for you, like you were almost like
it was a little more. It was a hobby because, like, when I started rapping, there was no way that I could conceive that I would pursue it as a way to make money. And then when I was free to do that, I was spending my time doing a bunch of other shit. But I took the rapping thing very seriously. The kind of construction of bars and mostly my focus really was on sounds, like the way the words sound and how those sounds kind of blend together, and how I can stretch a sound, how I can shorten a sound. Like, all of that was really like unconsciously, it was my focus, because just from hearing and understanding rhythm from an auditory perspective. But then when I realized that it was like my thing, I really drilled into it. That was what I wanted to do. Yeah. My favorite rappers: DMX, Styles P, Tupac, this guy Graf, that nobody talks about enough. Like, the way that they use sound, the way that they use the sound of their voice, the sound of the words, and the delivery and all of that stuff, really, really, like, you know, that's my thing. That was my focus. That was my
those are guys that I love a lot. I was really into Tupac. DMX's first two albums, man. I was banging that all the time. So do you want to introduce your like first rap? And dude, Perp Minded, yeah, he's got bars, bro. He's got bars for till Sunday, bro. Till he's got bars for life. He should be behind bars. That's how many bars he's got. But we're gonna be pumping that beat really, really soon. Like get ready for that. That's gonna be heavy. We're gonna play it through once, and then I'm gonna stop it a couple of times, like around like some bars or lyrics that I like really love of it. And obviously Super Zero is going to do that as well. Hopefully Superhero Zero will be sharing with us today as well. Yeah. Oh, all right. Cool. All right. So yeah, man, introduce your first tune that that we're gonna be listening to, Yellow.
Fam, this whole like underground rap thing, I've never, and like on the spot to try and come up with something that I listened to years ago, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to do that. What I can do though is I can play something that I listened to in the last few years that fucking blew my mind and made me realize that I made the right decision in retiring. I can do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Nice. That's a great introduction for me. It's underground, right? Like, so I presume
most likely very mainstream, and you might get your stream cut for it, but I think it's worth it, fam, because Black Thought is one of the greatest rappers to ever live and ever put fucking pen to pad, and he needs to be lauded as such. And
appreciated artist for sure.
Say it again, Soup. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. Fentanyl is one of the hardest rap songs, fam. It's 2 minutes long and it's non-fucking stop. All right. So like wave a hand or something, because I will not be listening to you at all.
Nice.
Real drugs do real things, go to extremes, crash regimes and kill kings. In the last reprieve, he still sings how the task that the master needs reveals wings. And though he has to bleed, it still brings him heaven and hell. Better believe the truth stings. Tying his arm off with violent strings, desires and dreams, perverted as the siren screams eternal. Overdosage is a marketing scheme that's just as dark as it seems when it's a part of your team. With the esteem of a savant, as smart as a genius, vanity carried the dope into to the heart of a Detroit life was meant to be more righteous in the face of this full-on opioid crisis. While the wolves pull a wool on and prey on vices, still the dogs with the hood on is way more frightening for death. You're not ready. Trust me, I'm deadly as the fentanyl that killed Prince and Tom Petty. I will venture still into the trench. Heavy, every infidel will feel the strength of my melly. And so it begins as evil intends to start off slow, then graduate the needles and pins. You will have forsaken everybody, even your friends, and see where it ends. The visuals are reason to cringe. You're watching this? He took a shot in the esophagus. He's in his zone and stoned like a sarcophagus. Try stopping this, I'm on top of the metropolis. It's narcissists over narcotics anonymous. Broken promises, broken jaws, and dope whores. I separate the fact from the folklore. Let's estimate the tracks that I spoke for. Euphoria is the most that you could hope for. I ghost wrote for the greats and took the best out. A poker face from the estates, I had to stress out. But no complaints from the erase that had to check out. Hey yo, I got a brand new bag for you to test out, yo. This shit crazy.
Wow. That shit was crazy. Too many bars, bro. Too many bars. I need to pull up the lyrics for that, bro.
Yep.
Do me a favor. Can you actually pull the lyrics up and share the screen for that?
I'm doing it.
Like we need to pull the lyrics up for that, man. That needs to be gone over, man, with a fine tooth comb. There was some hot bars in there. Zero, what do you make of that?
It's fucking.
I've always loved Black Thought, man. You can't fuck with the Ruts.
Yeah, no, I have. I saw them live in London.
Anybody that does anything with the Ruts is doing good shit. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Bottom line, there's no way around it.
I saw them live in London. Facts, Pickle.
Crazy. Yeah, he's so they're always no bullshit, just real, no bullshit. You just can't find any fake shit anywhere. They won't. They're too good of.
Oh right, if you shared it.
Yeah.
Son, real drugs do real things. Go to extremes, crash regimes, and kill kings, bro. You can't. My guy opens just listen. When you read it, you can hear the flow. That's how you need to construct. Like that's what's my thing. If you can read it and hear the flow, then I've done my job. That's how I always felt.
Master needs that reveals wings, and though he has to bleed, it still brings it. I want to get to the part like it was like
it still brings him heaven and hell. Better believe the truth stings, bro. Yo,
so what's your tell me what's your
tying his arms off with violin strings? Yeah, no, my favorite line I can't
your three favorite lines in this because I'm like trying to look.
It's too many, but this is my favorite like wordplay here. When he switches, first of all, he switches the flow. He says, "For death, you're not ready. Trust me, I'm deadly as fentanyl that killed Prince and Tom Petty. I would venture still in the trench and bomb heavy. Every infidel will feel the strength of my medley." Like the way he changes. Son, the way he goes from, because I can't even, I don't know how to form the words together to make sentences to express.
Even the lines before that, like another
that's what I'm saying.
Life was meant to be more righteous in the face of this full-on opioid crisis.
Right?
While the wolves pull the wool on the prey on vices, still the dogs with the hood.
Still the dogs in the hood on is way more frightening. So he's like, while the wolves pull the wool on and prey on vices, the medical, like pharmaceuticals, fam, it's like it's the juxtaposition. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. You think I'm gonna do it right now? I just wanted to highlight real quick and point it out. While the wolves pull the wood on and prey on vices, literally talking about where the drugs actually come from. You feel what I'm saying? Because wolves in sheep clothing. Wolves pull the wool on. That's the metaphor. Everybody, you've all heard of the wolf in sheep's clothing. And prey on vices. Still, the dogs with the hood on is way more frightening. You feel me? So it's like, it's the same conversation that folks have been having about drugs since the 80s, man. It's where is it? How is they getting here? Where are they coming from? But now we're the guys that you have to worry about because we're the ones who are making it accessible to, like, come on, man, stop it, bro. It's just this.
And then the one you said actually, is my favorite bar that I heard, like just off top, just because of the flow of it. Trust me, I'm as deadly as fentanyl that killed Prince and Tom Petty. I would venture still into the trench and bomb heavy every infidel with the strength of my medley. It's amazing because I love this metaphor here. I would venture still into the trench and bomb heavy every infidel. So he's saying he'll actually bomb, blow up everyone who's like fucking with like the streets or whatever,
bro.
With the strength of my song, like so, it's like a double metaphor there. That's really good. I really like that.
It's too many. There's probably 3 or 4 different fucking metaphors in there that we didn't notice because he's an alien, because he's a monster. He's not. He's not human. You can't do this.
No, I love this tune. That was a heavy one to start off with, bro.
I don't got a lot of time, man. You feel what I'm saying? I had to hit you.
That should not make you want to quit rap, though, because
no, it didn't make me want to quit. It made me realize that I made the right decision in deciding to step away. I would never put enough effort into it to get, I think, to ever consider myself to be as good as that man right there. Of course, he has 40 fucking years of this shit, but bro, this is different.
We're gonna hear your rap, and we'll see what people think to what you're talking.
Son, you watching this? He took a shot in the esophagus. He's in the zone and stoned like a sarcophagus. Come on, man. Try stopping this. And I'm on top of the metropolis. It's narcissist over Narcotics Anonymous. Come on, bro. You're not. My guy is.
I don't care, man. I'm hype beasting you, and we'll watch when people hear this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, that you, Yellow."
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Who did that? That was cool.
I don't know what just happened. That was crazy.
Was that you, Super Zero?
Sound like a gun.
Was that you, Super Zero? What the fuck? No, that was you, Yellow, right?
Somebody's in trouble.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything.
Guys, we're gonna go on to Super Zero, man. Set up your first track. Like Nerd Man blowing loud. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy that really got me, I just have respected this guy for so long because he straight up, when MTV ran I think it was the Blaze Battle. I can't really remember the name of the competition, but he straight up won and told MTV to go get fucked. You know, he didn't care. He just wanted to continue rapping, and then every time he went into battle, like another MC competition, he just destroyed it, and he would pick everyone apart and just eat them for breakfast and fucking shit them out, and then serve them up to the next opponent and then eat that person.
Dude, do me a favor if you can, whatever tune it is you're playing, pull up the lyrics for it, because it's always nice to see the lyrics after if we want to analyze or go through some of the stuff. So,
how do I don't want to sound dumb or anything, but how do I?
If you want to send it in the private chat, if you send it in the private chat, maybe Yellow will be able to play it for you.
So, what are you on a PC?
Yeah, I'm on a laptop.
And you pulled it up. You pulled up the track or whatever.
Yeah,
like on YouTube or wherever you're gonna battle or whatever you're gonna play.
It says share at the bottom of StreamYard, right? Like it's next to invite, share, mic, what share.
And video file.
Go to the other one.
Share screen.
Yeah, and then on the all the way on the right side, you'll see it'll say like Chrome tabs or whatever. You pick the right tab, that the one that you want to share, and then at the bottom it'll say share audio, and you make sure you check that, and then hit share, and then Nerdman will be able to pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're doing that, let's set up my next one. You came in heavy.
But nah, Black Thoughts doesn't get enough respect out here, and I desperately need him to. That's the only reason why. Plus, I had no idea what the assignment was, so I had to think of some bullshit on the fly.
I of the assignment just be a better idea. But dude, Black.
All right, can you? Is that working?
You had that one before.
We'll see. Nerdman internet is trash though. The Czech Republic need to step their shit up.
Here we go. Put that shit on screen, bro.
I think this is him. I think this is him and Blueprint, and this is their response to just everybody that likes to be like, oh, I'm a battler, and they're like, they got sick of it, so they ended their album. Idea ended the album with a bonus track, and then after that track, he ended that with a second bonus track that's like shit talking towards everybody. That's like, yeah, I'm gonna drop some stuff. But anyways, all right.
That's kind of cold, Phil Pickle, bro. See what he said to you, Yellow. You're gonna take that?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I can't hear this shit, bro.
You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status.
All right, that's cool.
That's not my understanding.
Cool. You actually were believing that the bullshit you do is called MCing.
Put that shit big screen, bro.
The baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, you cats will stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing. I'm bragging both for pure recreation. If I say I'm serving rapper, I'm just giving you useful information. You already know. Choking in a vocal booth, poking holes in your swollen throat, hopelessly redoing your tape. I with that crew in a shake. Embarrass you so bad, the arrogance you had will turn into a voice telling you to move out of state. Wait, but yes, you the dopest out of everyone you know and got the balls thinking you fuck with a pro. I don't think so. You need to reevaluate what you're doing. Blueprint, ID, redefine this shit called rhyme and stupid high French free lines. That's why I don't make battle music, cause I don't need to write songs about battling, bitch. I do it. So tell your camp if anyone got these place me, and I'll greet them with defeat. But if not, tell them to keep coming to the shows, waving their hands, yelling ho like the fans we all know. Yo, you gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we hit the stage, you were actually believing what you did prior to this was MCing. That ain't MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rip the mic, you kids don't stop believing that the bullshit you and your boys do on the weekend is MCing. I got the feeling I've already heard your verse. So any turn you take will only be a turn for the worse. That's the truth, and I know it hurts. You're so bad, I'll have the last laugh, even when I rhyme first. I hear the frontin', I hear loud talking. Then I hear the dog barking. But listen, dog nuts, you ain't a hard target. Cause every boy you rhyme is just a nail in your coffin. Every battle is a chance to see another cat lose to me. I don't write battle raps. I write eulogies for herbs that got nerve to think they can't be whacked. Cause they undefeated in the mirror battling fantasy cats. I rap grown man, you rap. You rap open toe sandals and fanny packs. Beat Blueprint or idea? Can't see that. We'll give you a free L plus your sanity back, bitch. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we hit your circle, your weaklings were believing what you did before we got there was MCing. That ain't MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, your cats will stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing. So, have you figured out what the fuck you doing wrong yet? Cats with no stage presence shouldn't rock a long set. If you coming to my show, you better have a strong neck. Cause heads nod way out of control when we're on deck. I couldn't keep myself awake for the 5 minutes your song stretch. They can't move a crowd cause they lack the arm strength. The kind of cats that I'd rather keep at arm's length. Fronting like they hard when we know that they harmless MCs. They be
yeah, what is this, like 2001? This definitely gives me that vibe right there.
I know idea now. I've heard this cat before. I was looking for him for a while actually.
Weightless rhyme sayers.
Yeah, but they're part of rhyme. They were part of rhyme sayers. And they were so good.
Dude, I remember this cat. He was doing a freestyle even with Eminem, and then I looked him up afterwards. Right? He did some freestyle shit with Eminem at one point. With idea.
Oh, they actually did do something for a little bit, and then there was some bullshit rivalry, and and he kind of punked out Eminem, pretty much he would go to shows just to see if Eminem would say something, and then he would fucking go up on stage, and of course everybody would be like, okay, yeah, they're gonna, and they'd end up battling, and Eminem would get his ass fucking handed to him. But
all right,
I mean,
but
I'm sure that's very true.
No,
I'm sure Eminem never got the upper hand on Idea, not once. I'm sure.
No. Dude,
no. Honestly, I'll say this. I don't know. Like, there was a tune of his that I've heard that is really, really fucking good, and some of his lyrics are amazing. But I don't know that this is the. I like this track. I like this track, but like, he's got harder tracks than this. This guy has got much harder tracks.
Yeah,
but anyway. Yellow, what did you make of it before we go on to the next one?
Oh no, I loved it, man. It took me back in time, bro. Like I remember going to the mixtape store in the early 2000s and trying to find the mixtape that sounded exactly like that right there. The way how he jumped, the way how he fell off of the beat but then hopped right back on with like 2 words later. I love that sloppy flow shit. I loved it very much. I've always have, and that shit right there was an incredible example of it. You feel what I'm saying? And it was super bravado. It was mad braggy. He was talking mad shit.
Yeah, that's a one take. That's a one take.
Yeah,
Blueprint and Idea for bonus track. So
they were going back and forth too, like every 2 bars and stuff. I appreciated that.
On the third verse, that it's them back and forth, like every 2-8 or wait, no, 2-4 every 2-4.
It was like every 2. It was like every 2 bars. Yeah, every 2-4.
Yeah, 2-4. But it's I just think it's fun, and it's a cool instance.
It is.
People haven't heard them before. I really like Blueprint as well, and that's why I was like, well, who else could I? Because it's if I wouldn't have played something with Blueprint, I would have played something with Carnage, and you get Carnage on a track with Idea, and that's insanity.
Has Idea ever done one with Ill Bill? I've always liked Ill Bill a little bit.
They have not done anything together, as far as I know. But that's different.
All right.
Different parts.
All right. So we are gonna do one more track. I'm only gonna play like the first like I don't know, like half of this tune anyway. So just to, this is my favorite UK rapper. And there's one reason that he's not, and he'll admit himself, he's a really good at battling and stuff like that, but he's much better at like the kind of writtens and concept tracks. But and he's had a couple of battles, he's taken some L's, he's taken some wins, but in general, he's always like, let me put it this way. The reason I love this guy is because he is a classical, typical London rude boy. He is so London, and I find it so funny. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Rude Boys.
Yeah. We've heard of
Rude Boy.
Yeah, like a rude boy. And to me, I always wanted to capture that in my raps. Like that sense of just like being, I don't know, like it's funny. It's like being really celebrating just your lack of education when it comes to the use of the English language. And I just thought it was like really, I've always thought, just to kind of bask in that, but at the same time be super intelligent. Like he's really fucking an intelligent guy, and you can clearly see that. But he will, he knows he's street, and he's not like in any way ashamed of that. And he puts on the accent, he puts it on heavy. So I've always loved him for that. This is one of his more concept tracks. It's not like a banger. It's more of a think piece kind of thing, called The Wicker Man Theory. I'm not sure how much you guys will like this or not, but it was one of the tracks that first I was like, it got me writing immediately after I listened to it.
Before. I've heard Chester P like MC to drum and bass before, I think.
Yeah, he probably has. He'd be somebody who would have done
like X-Men, MC X-Men and Fats.
Right. Maybe. Oh man, now you've reminded me of a better track to put on. But anyway,
like those are whole different. I really like those kind of drum. I've heard those kind of MCs before.
Yeah,
MC Stamina and all that shit. But
so the concept of the track, just very very quickly, is he's rapping about like
stop talking and let the music play.
I'm the spaceman, cowboy, psychedelic sidekick, paranoid, schizoid, canting
oh yeah, I love this beat.
Up in a crisis, although my sleep deathless, they seem lifeless. Scream at existence, it answers with silence.
Oh, I love this guy already.
I'm lost in the maze where I find my reality. I triumph on self-defeat and beat myself gradually. I drove myself mad, searching for sanity. I lost my way home while exploring the galaxies. I'm fueling these fires that burn my mentality. My muse is abuse and a long road of tragedies. I drown in the depths of my bitter self-knowledge. I used all my bravery, trying to have courage. I seek forgiveness but beg to be punished. I fight for my freedom while chained to these gutters. I find all my comfort in deep insecurities. Spoil what's beautiful, looking for impurities. I'm buried in the lies, trying to live my life truthfully. I sail my ship alone and I'm still having mutinies.
I sail my ship alone and I'm still having mutinies.
I'm hiding from myself, but I'm scared of being lonely. My world's like a cell God created just to hold me. My life's like a game where my death is the trophy. I'm a spaceman, cowboy, psychedelic sidekick, paranoid, schizoid, counting all my vices and fighting all my blessings. I'm caught up in a crisis, though my sleep deathless. My days seem lifeless, though I keep aging. Memories are timeless. I drink to forget and empty bottles my reminder. I live for the wisdom and die trying to hide from it. My theories are terminal, my lifestyle survivalist. I'm weary of science, a slave to the scientists. I dig my own grave, but too afraid to lie in it. Straight from the snake pit into the lion's den, fighting the beast cause it won't let the violence end. Searching for peace in a war-torn environment, holding the torch that no one's igniting yet. Walking into darkness, scared cause I'm fearless. Fighting with the demons even though they ain't appeared yet. Trying to see it clearly when I've never got a clear head. So far from living yet I'm so scared to greet death. Sure that I'll drown with this strange urge to seek depth. Wisdom's invisible, I'm still trying to see sense. Trapped in procedures, take to gain freedom. Fighting for strength yet way beyond healing. Searching for love even though I can't receive it. Preaching the truth, unsure if I believe it.
Yeah, that beat makes me want to do bad
this guy, and what I love about him is he is a straight up poet. Do you know what I mean? He's like he's a rapper, but he's a poet. Like that's the thing about him. Have you guys heard of Tupac?
Right.
I'm gonna pull up the lyrics here so like you can look over them, but and mention some of my favorite
Chester
lyrics.
P, he's very direct. He's like trying to say what he's trying to say. I love how laid back he was on it, even though he still had like energy. I just love how he like was rapping like he had something to say. He didn't have anything to prove. I appreciate that type of confidence.
Like you got Biggie Smalls. That reminds me of that when Pickle said, "You guys ever heard of Tupac?" That reminds me of that Crank Anderson. Where he's like, you got the record store one. He's like, you got the Tupac? We got the Tupac. Yeah. You like Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Yeah, but look, I mean, he's just got so many bars in this. Like, I find all my comforts in deep insecurities, spoil what's beautiful, looking for impurities. I'm buried in the lies, trying to live my life truthfully. I sail my ship alone and I'm still having mutinies. I love this guy. I love this guy.
His accent adds to it, the way he rhymed. His rhymes.
And I remember listening to this, just thinking, man, I gotta write. And then there's my favorite line is sure that I'll drown with this strange urge to seek depth, right? Sure that I'll drown with this strange urge to seek depth. Wisdom's invisible. I'm still trying to see sense. I just, like this was one of the amazing tracks that like formed me as a rapper. I was like, I could do this because I'm very I've got a mind for like kind of more poetic kind of meaning kind of thing. And then
that whole rhyme scheme right there was fire. That whole rhyme scheme from walking in the darkness, scared because I'm fearless, all of that, all the way down to wisdom's invisible. I'm still trying to see sense. I loved everything about that entire little, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars right there, man. Just fire.
Yeah. Zero, anything more to say? Any bars that you like? I mean, I like again,
they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again,
that beat made me feel like what I'd imagine like a snake feels like when it comes out of that little container when the dude plays the flute, and I'm like fucking hypnotized.
That's because they were playing the flute. They had the flute there. They had some dope little like percussion. Does
that mean I'm
I love that beat, man. Right, exactly.
Oh shit!
Damn, Chester P got you figuring things out about yourself.
Now
man. Damn, that's crazy.
I'm really fucked up now, man.
I think it's one of those songs again that like it just screams of pain. But like that's I don't know how to kind of interpret it, but like this is he's a very I think he's having trouble trying to like obviously figure things out, like as we all are, and it's just a beautiful expression of that. I don't know if I could like put it down to anything more, but there's each bar I think seems to have its own kind of meaning. But as you know, it's time for the main event right now. Which is
I hate you.
Yeah, it's the main event, bro.
This guy, Super Zero, man. This guy starts sharing his music with me, and he's like, "Oh, you used to rap? You got some music or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, here's some old stuff since I retired, and I don't do it no more. I got some of it here on YouTube for posterity's sake." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, we got to do a whole show where we embarrass you the whole time, and then and hype up your one song that you're kind of almost proud of, and then now play it so that everybody's like, oh, what is this trash?" Go ahead, man. I see what it is. It's a hit job. It's a smear campaign out here.
Get ready to listen to the trash. No, this is amazing, bro. You ready? All right, tell me, like, put your hands in there if you just don't care, if you're ready for this. See, I'll embarrass myself first. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's do this, man.
What's up, JG? I just seen JG in the
JG, are you ready? Are you ready for some boss? I'll get you to play it. So can you hear it all properly and clearly?
I can't hear it at all.
No.
It's because he's not playing it yet.
No, it's better. It's better for if you can. Well, don't worry.
Well, I'm gonna be listening.
I'll play it
when
we'll.
I can play it.
I'll play it, and I'll get you to play it. Okay. I'll get Matey to play it after, so you can hear it properly as well. So
I don't understand the reasoning behind this.
Let's go.
Like,
peace. You know, I just had a little something I had to get off of my chest. I'm trying to save my people, but we too busy holding on to all these lame ideals, trying to make a free throw when we should be coaching the game or watching it on TiVo, which means controlling the game or watching in our leisure. It seems we hoping the same crowd that pin up Jesus, push blacks in the hood and then put crack in the hood to lead us to freedom. They keep us deceived and we keep believing to distract, knowing black attraction. The masses follow leaders. They put the Joneses in place so that we're Jones for American dreams. They Freddy Krueger us, knowing the fear of our dreams. They show us the chances for advancement are terribly bleak. We're born into understanding, despair, and defeat. It's a double-edged sword, but the risk doesn't equal the reward. The reward is more, but the risk is more apparent, it seems. You see, people believe what they see. We see destruction as our reason to be. Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace. But I've seen enough. I keep instructing, building freedom with seeds to make knowledge born from the darkness. As I learn it, I share. If we shelter them, the only thing they're gonna learn is our fear. How you gonna help from where you are? How they gonna learn what's not there with them? I'm here with them, letting them see my life's how I share with them. Role models, I've grown out of the comfort despair gives you. You illustrate the problem as a glorified image. Nigga, I talk about the problem rhyme, but my purpose is different. Try to understand the science of the verse that I'm spitting. I'm in the jungle with the lions. I heard you was kittens. I heard you was kidding, lying, nigga. My words is efficient. Y'all verse is ridiculous. My rhyme just trying to
your verse is ridiculous, bro.
Trying to turn this to victims.
Your verse is ridiculous.
Slave trade, called working for income, then consumerism puts it back in the pocket you earned it from, nigga. It's sickening watching us destroy ourselves when we should be building the future. We just avoid ourselves, devoid ourselves of knowledge for growth, hoping the Lord will help. The Lord itself, God is I, taking powers by surprise and take responsibility for them. If you really did want to solution,
this little flow here,
them as the niggas in charge, you wouldn't be dealing it for them. Getting this guap, but when does it stop? Nigga, you're getting it for them. Look, you buy your drugs from them, buy your guns from them, and touch paper, get cars and
guns from them.
Thinking you really a boss. At best, you're middle management. Nigga, you really just lost. The next step is getting involved, but I'll get into that next time. Peace.
Dude. Straight up.
Like right in the middle, right when you just start changing, switching up your style, you fucking kill that shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I really like that.
Straight up flame.
Thank you.
When was
I'm working on the second verse right now, bro.
I'm working on that. You got part two? Part two coming?
I've got part two coming, bro. And you're doing a verse.
I really like
don't care, man.
That and the beat. Was that? Did somebody make that, or was that a freebie?
36 member of Wu-Tang up here, bro.
That's.
I'm not trying to be insulting. I asked you that.
Somebody made it online. There's some dude I follow on Twitter. He had a SoundCloud or whatever. I just stole it from the SoundCloud and rapped over it. And I didn't, not a real beat, like, you know what I'm saying, so it couldn't really get mixed and mastered by the guy who does the mix and mastering. But
baby making shit.
That's
facts,
weird,
bro.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's actually facts in some ways. Like you can play that with a chicken.
And then you just totally. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is okay. This is good. This is good. This must be some pre-2000 stuff." And then and then right when you switched up your flow, and then like Nerdman says, then you switched up your flow again, and then you were like stumble. You know how you like rap and you like stumble.
Yeah.
You know, I love it when MCs switch up styles.
Super Zero. Let me in the private chat is you'll see at the top there's yellow. If you can click on that so that you can get it, and I want you to share it and listen to it.
There's nothing in the
private chat. And I'm going to ask you. There's nothing in the private chat.
I don't see it.
There's nothing. Wait.
Yeah, you put it in the private chat.
Okay,
it should be at the bottom now. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna play that because I wanna go over some of those lyrics with you, brother. So I'm gonna tell you when to stop, and you can stop whenever you feel like it as well, man.
Okay, yeah, because I wanna ask you about. There's one part I really, really like, and I wanted to ask you about, but I needed to hear it again, obviously. So.
Peace.
Pump that shit up loud.
I had to get off my chest.
Oh wait, am I sharing it?
Oh wait. No, you're not. Here, hold on. I think my screen cut with the sharing when we were sharing it. So let's see.
Yeah, you had that shit turned all the way up. I heard it right through your microphone.
Yeah, I could hear it, but I was like, "What the fuck? I'm not playing that shit."
You gotta share that screen. You gotta take your screen down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but he hasn't changed his one yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to.
You can just copy the URL and then put it in.
You don't know what part of the process he's at yet.
Okay.
You give him advice he didn't ask for.
But I'll tell you what, like your verse is ridiculous. But anyway, there's just I love the meaning and the story that you're telling here. Bro.
Is that too loud?
I can't hear it.
No, I mean before when I was playing it.
When you were playing it, it was coming out of your speakers and going into your microphone. So it might be loud when you actually play it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to know.
Is that all right?
It's still happening. I don't think. Did you click the share audio button? Nah, you didn't because you're in the tabs joint. So yeah, you got to reshare it because we're hearing it through the mic again. We're not actually hearing it through the thing. Okay. So end that share and then reshare it.
Okay.
And when you hit share all the way to the right, you'll see the Chrome tabs. Pick the right tab and then make sure you check the share audio at the bottom and then hit share.
So I hit share and then I go to share screen and then
right.
I go. Okay, so there and then
Chrome tabs. Yep.
Yeah, I click the Chrome tabs.
Yep. Click the right tab and then share audio, and then share again, and you should be good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then we gotta wait for Nerdman to come back so that he can share it on the screen.
Okay.
But yeah, man, guys, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. I see you, Bosco. I don't know who you is, but salute, fam. Oh shit. Oh, so you must got the link then, huh? You the man? All right. JG, bunch of stuff that I wrote down since I was like in high school. Perp was coming from my head. Perp said I had the 36 member of the Wu-Tang flow. He said this was yellow back in like 9-5.
JG said, y'all not ready for my bars. We are ready for your bars.
Facts.
JG, come on. You'll be the next on my show, man. If you've got bars, you're going to come on my show. We're going to play this together.
JG, if you come on the show right now and you spit a verse, I'll dust off the notepad in my phone and see if there's anything in there that I'll spit that no one has ever heard.
I will spit as well. If JG comes on and spits, I will spit. Dude.
And Super Zero said he going to give the free. We about to have the first official rap cipher on Hot Takes Tuesday. What day is it? 37? With enough prep time, whatever the show is called.
37th of
the 37th,
the 55th, the 55th,
the 37th chamber February. Of Wu-Tang.
Hey, dude, put that big screen, bro. The gangster, bro, big screen.
The fucking.
All right, go back. All right, I'm gonna say when to pause, man. Like, because there's just some bars in this that are just amazing. I have to go over. So, rewind, and we're going for this tune one more time.
Peace.
But why are you having him play it if you want to pause it?
Off my chest. I'm trying to save my people, but we too busy holding on to all these lame ideals, trying to make a free throw.
By the way, I love that intro.
Well, I had some shit I had to get off my chest.
Yeah, well, it seems so. Pause it a second. It just seems so. This is my own interpretation. It's probably not what you were trying to do, but there's like a kind of. You've got this really manly voice or whatever, but there's like something really childlike and innocent about like the way you put it at first, because it's not got the same technicality that the future lines are gonna have, right? It's this kind of like underplayed a bit, and it's just like you're just saying it. You're not even bothered that it's a rap tune kind of thing. It's like you're just saying it. Like with all these lame ideas, it's like, you know what I mean? I love that as an intro to this. So carry on, man. Play this shit.
We should be coaching the game or watching it on TiVo, which means controlling the game or watching it in our leisure. It seems we hoping the same crowd that pin up Jesus, push blacks in the hood and then put
crack in the hood. Brilliant and facts.
Black attraction, the masses follow leaders. They put the Joneses in place so that we're Jones for American dreams. They Freddy Krueger us, knowing the fear of our dreams. They show us the chances for advancement are terribly bleak. We're born into understanding despair and defeat. It's a double-edged sword, but the risk doesn't equal the reward. The reward is more, but the risk is more apparent. It seems, you see, people believe what they see. We see destruction, and then we need destruction.
That was so epic the whole way through, and it's so perfect. I don't know how you've done it. You've simplified.
I just was honest to myself.
In some sense, like the whole of like the Black experience, but you've made it like personal
Black
as
American.
well, like your Black American experience. Sorry, I know what you know. I just meant Black American experience.
But that's the only experience that I can speak to.
People believe in what they see, and I love
which
this
is true
line,
which is true for everybody, right?
Right, and it's true for everyone, and it's about modeling behavior. You model what you see. So when you talk about Black America and any problems that it has, or any advancements and any, you know, like ways that it succeeded, it's from what it sees, right? Like, and I, you know, specifically, I know there's been great advancements and we've done brilliant things, or American Blacks have done brilliant things, and you know, like amazing things for culture and everything. But in spite of that, there's like there's problems, obviously, in these in a lot of these communities. And there's all kinds of fucking excuses for it, but you nailed it down in all of those lines, just those bars of what is happening. And it's facts. I think I don't see how you could argue with the way you put it there.
And it's a fire bar. That's the most important part. It's a fire bar. Because what he says, what that guy says, because I don't know who that guy is anymore, but what that guy says is people believe what they see. We see destruction, and then we leave destruction as our reason to be. Come on, man. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand.
That's good.
Y'all don't understand.
That's
Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace. Come on, man. Bars,
I love that.
The way he raps, the way that guy raps, the way he makes these sounds, like it's just like what Super Zero was. Oh no, what you were talking about with the multisyllabic stuff. Like that was, but it has to also sound good too, because it's easy to just be like, you know, I ride and I fight with the light of the might and the God, and I realize it's easy to do that. I feel like it's easy. It's probably not easy. Maybe it's hard, and I've just been doing it for a long time. But it's also right. Exactly.
Right, Yellow. I'm glad you're starting to enjoy your talent, dude.
I always do. I'm super arrogant. I'm super arrogant about how good of a rapper I am.
Good.
So it's like
good. Super Zero, man. What were you going to say about it? Because he brought up some points that I want to address as well, just there. But like, what were you going to say?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything yet because I'm just enjoying it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I hate this, but I hate this.
No, but like what you were saying, that bit about the destruction that you see destruction. Yeah. Again, I just think it's a really poetic way of putting that experience. Right, you pull no punches, and it's a really poetic way of putting that experience. And you know, you Freddy Krueger our dreams, right? Like, it's again, I love the idea of putting people in that place of seeing that, you know, because it's an obvious thing, but some people don't seem to be able to get it, right? Like that you're gonna model the behavior you see a lot of the time, you know, in communities that are crime-ridden, disenfranchised, poverty-stricken, and I'm not just talking about Black communities, I'm talking about white, whatever community, that, you know, as much as I am somebody who does believe that, you know, once somebody's committed certain types of crimes or whatever, that you know, you have to, they have to face kind of certain consequences, of course, but it's kind of hard, I think, that to have such a, what's the word, like for punish, like just punishing, like punitary, like you know, when they say punishing, punitive, there we go, thank you. Such a punitive kind of system to especially like younger guys caught up in these kind of systems, when you know from day one they walked out their door and they saw violence, or they were confronted with something, or they were scared to even go to school, or they had people in their lives who were on drugs or mental health issues or that kind of stuff,
or they were hungry.
And we're born, it's a biological fact, our brain develops in such a way that it mirrors the world around us. That's what it does. It mirrors the environment.
Mirror neurons that teach us how to behave.
Yeah, like... and it trains. Yeah, like exactly. It trains the mind or brain or whatever to adopt the model of survival that is around it. Right. And that's the specific thing that's so interesting in that line. Well, there's a lot interesting in that line, but for me, what's interesting, unless you want to say anything else, I'm willing to let's go on, listen to it. And you brought up another favorite line of mine that's coming up.
Yeah. People believe what they see. We see destruction, and then we leave destruction as our reason to be. Belief is a demon struggling to lead.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, that's my.
You can't do that to that line. That's the best. That's one of the best lines in there, man. You can't do that.
Shit happens, bro. Shit happens.
Wait, go back. Go back. Go back a little bit, man. What is with this?
I don't know. It might be better because I'm not downloading.
I'm gonna put on my version.
I can play it. I have the best internet here.
Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace, but I've seen enough. I keep constructing, building.
That is just a beautiful fucking line. Can you just talk? Like, I don't even want to say what it means. What do you mean by that? Like, you know, what's the line exactly?
Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace.
What
lead you from peace? Belief.
Yeah, no.
I have a sincere fundamental disdain for the concept of belief. I think that it has only been used to manipulate human beings, sometimes in good ways, most of the time in bad ways.
Do you mean religion?
Well, belief in general, just the concept. Religion is like the most popular way to do it, right? Belief in general, I think it breeds it. I think belief is antithetical to critical thinking. And I think critical thinking is how we can attain what we might understand as belief, as peace. Sorry, as peace. That's what I think. I think that if we're able to put our emotions aside, we can analyze every situation better. Not to ignore your emotions. I'm not just suggesting anybody ignore how they feel. That's ridiculous. But like acknowledge it and understand it for what it is, and then process to the best. Say it again.
So you can actually move past it and move on and grow with it.
Right. Pretty much. Yeah. Exactly.
That's a great way. That's
and I think
the
that
best way to look at things, I guess.
I try to. It's true though.
For a lot of people to let things go. I've done it myself, with tons of things throughout my life. But
say the line one more time, dude.
Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace.
Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace. It's strange. I saw that, like, from my perspective, the way I was kind of looking at it was just much more existential. I was looking at it like from a kind of just a mental health of just a guy who's just stressed out.
Can be.
It is.
A guy is just
That's exactly what it's about.
And I loved it for that reason. It kind of reminded me of like when I was like 18, 19 and just like certain things that, the world just seemed like it was bearing down on me and, getting too much. I mean, I got over that pretty nicely.
But it was your understanding of how the world works that was causing you to really feel that way, right? It was the things that you couldn't really prove that you felt and that you accepted as true. Yeah. Right. That has you like it's always comes down to that kind of now. I'm not to say that like you can think your way into a better mental health state. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the first step is to be critical about like what you're seeing or how you're understanding the world,
I
mean, we were actually talking about a film called Dazed and Confused the other day. And, when you said this belief line, it reminded me of like this discussion I was having about like that. Because it's like belief for me, more than even just the religions and all of that, which is a kind of, that's almost like a first tier of a way of programming or indoctrinating people,
right?
But
it breeds gullibility. It breeds at the same time. It breeds gullibility and stubbornness. I have a serious issue with the concept of belief. It's crazy.
But even beyond that, it's just belief in the basic structures that every day are like rational structures that most of us kind of bow to and think of as things that are meaningful to define us, like our education system, our governments, our even the capitalist machine itself, all of those
the
things,
constructs,
and they tell us like what our potentials are, and I was thinking about this because I was trying to work out what the actual meaning of like this film was. I don't know if you've ever seen Dazed and Confused, but it's about a belief system that tells people who they are from a very, very young age, when they haven't got the critical faculties to actually define themselves or really choose for themselves. And what it does is it narrows their possibilities until they're trapped.
Yep.
Right. So that you only have one or two possibilities. Like instead of a plethora of choices of what you can do in the world, it narrows it down till you're trapped and you only have one or two. You've got one or two options. And that was the kind of mental stress that I feel was, being that line expressed to me, that sense of being trapped like that. Beautiful line, man. If you don't mind, we can carry on, because I know we've got mateys to go through.
Freedom with seeds to make knowledge born from the darkness. As I learn it, I share. If we shelter them, the only thing they're gonna learn is our fear. How you gonna help from where you are? How they gonna learn what's not there with them? I'm here.
How they gonna learn what's not there with them? How they gonna learn what's not there with them? That's fantastic. Dude. Again, it's like, middle classes. Obviously to white America. A number of other people, how are they going to learn?
All of the elite, really.
All of the elite, right? How are they going to learn to see what's not there with them? So they've got that same modeling issue, like, and yet, like, they're judging. There's a great fucking quote by who's the guy who did Moby Dick?
I forgot his name. What is his name, guys?
Anybody who knows his name in the. But he has this great line about like the most ridiculous. Herman Melville. He talks about like the most ridiculous criticism ever in the world is the critique of those who have to those who have not. Right, like it's just born purely out of ignorance. You cannot critique from a position of having and then saying, well, I succeeded, I did this, I that and achieved that because your possibilities were made broad, whereas the possibilities of those on the bottom were made so narrow. And it's just a beautiful expression of that. And I just thought it's I'm not sure that I have the exact same political ideological kind of beliefs as you, but I always appreciate. Well, okay, not beliefs, whatever whatever you philosophically your
ideology that I most align with, whatever I think, right?
I'm not sure I'm absolutely aligned with it. I have my own kind of thing, but I just think you've expressed yours in such a great way that a lot of it's hard to it's just facts. It's like a lot hard to with. Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Models I've grown out of the comfort despair gives you. You illustrate the problem as a glorified image. Nigga, I talk about the problem, but my purpose is different. Try to understand the science of the verse that I'm spitting. I'm in the jungle with the lions. I heard you was kittens. I heard you was kitten lions.
Are you hearing an echo, guys?
No. Yeah, it's coming from him. It's coming back through his microphone.
You're doing.
I'm not doing anything, but I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, like if you had headphones, then we wouldn't hear it. But you could just he just went away. Oh, I don't know. You could probably just like turn it down, I guess, and it will be less.
No,
maybe I don't know.
It's my headphones, my microphone.
Yeah, your headphones.
No.
You've not got headphones on. That's why.
I'm gonna turn down the music first so we can find out if it's the music.
Don't worry about it. It's cool, man.
No, it is.
I'm gonna play it here.
It's definitely the music. But
I'm gonna play it here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, here. Go ahead. All right. That's no problem.
I heard just kidding, lying.
But before we
from where you are,
go on.
Oh, I hear it. I think I hear what you were saying you heard. Because it sounds like tin can or something.
Not there with him. I'm here with him, letting him
sounds
you
like
can hear echo?
I can hear, like a delay. A short delay, but that's it. Maybe.
It's not an echo though. It's don't worry
too much about it. But there's but Nerdman,
what were you gonna say?
You can, if you look at his little camera box, you see those 3 dots. You can open it up and and maybe it's say audio or something like that, or mic settings or something.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've got it now, man. I've got it.
Yeah, but you can. There's an echolation. There's an echo cancellation.
You hear it when I talk normally? Like
no.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Only when something's playing out of your computer, it's going back into your microphone because they're like, you know how you know how sound works.
You're catching feedback off of.
Right.
Next time I'll check that. So let's finish this.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right,
It's not a big deal. There's no reason to apologize for.
Darkness as I learned. Reward is more, but the risk is more apparent, it seems. You see, people believe what they see. We see destruction, and then we leave destruction as our reason to be. Belief is a demon struggling to lead you from peace. But I've seen enough. I keep instructing, building freedom with seeds to make knowledge born from the darkness. As I learn it, I share. If we shelter them, the only thing they're gonna learn is our fear.
Those are bars.
Not even help from where you are. How they gonna learn what's not there with them? I'm here with them, letting them see my life's how I share with them. Role models, I've grown out of the comfort despair gives you. You illustrate the problem as a glorified.
I've grown out of the comfort despair gives you. I'm gonna go through this a little just because
Cool, but I gotta leave, so
yeah, you know what I mean? I know. That's why I wanted to go through this a little bit quicker. And then,
go ahead, bro. Let's go.
I talk about the problem, but my purpose is different. Try to understand the science
the
of
verse
the
that I'm
spitting. I'm in the jungle with
lions.
The lions. I heard you was kittens. I heard you was kidding, like nigga. My words is efficient. Y'all verse.
And that is just the sickest.
Right here in is where I really, really, really liked it.
Yeah.
My
here on out. I really like it a lot, but it's just the beginning is really goddamn good too, man.
It's good, but it is a marked difference between the two because it was like at first I was just trying. It's much like what Nerdman said in the beginning. I was just kind of talking, and it just rhymed a lot, and it, but then around here is when I started rapping, and you can tell because the content changes. I'm still in the same area, but it's like now instead of talking about how I feel about things and what I see, now I'm talking about how all of y'all are trash.
Let me ask you one question though. That when you came up with the line, what is it? The lions, the kittens. What? How does it go?
I'm in the jungle with the lions, and I heard you was kittens.
Y'all kittens.
You mean? Yeah. I heard you was kittens. I heard you was kidding. Lion nigga, y'all verse is ridiculous. No, my words is efficient. That's so it's like I heard you was kidding. Lion nigga, my words is efficient. Y'all verse is ridiculous. I hate you. Everything that you do.
Right. But I want to know something. How did you feel when you wrote that line? How did did you write it in your sleep or did you? I mean, not write it in your sleep. Did you?
I don't.
You don't remember when you wrote that line? Yeah. Like I would have been like, yes. Like you would have seen me if I was on a bus, and I wrote that. I would have scared the people around me because that is a fucking hard line, bro.
I've heard people have liked that line before. I don't know. It's this. I always start with the sounds first. It's always about the sound, and I think I don't know, man. That's why whatever I talk about, I say that guy or him, he was like whatever he was on, because I have no connection to it. I cannot tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just
interesting. All right.
It's just where it's,
we're gonna play the rest. We're gonna play the rest I'm gonna listen to that line one more time.
I heard you was kittens. I heard you was kidding, lying nigga. My words is efficient. Y'all verses ridiculous. My rhyme just trying to curry ambition. Y'all work the system trying to turn us to victim at best. Joining modern day slave trade, called working for income. Then consumerism puts it back in the pocket you earned it from, nigga. It's sickening watching us destroy ourselves when we should be building the future. We just avoid ourselves, devoid ourselves of knowledge for growth, hope, and the Lord will help. The Lord itself, God is odd, taking problems by surprise and take responsibility for them. If you really did want a solution, you wouldn't be killing us for them. Them as the niggas in charge, you wouldn't be dealing it for them. You getting this guap, but when it stops, nigga, you getting it for them. Look, you buy your drugs from them, buy your guns from them, then touch paper, get cars and clothes from them, thinking you're really a boss. At best, you're middle management. Nigga, you really just lost. The next step is getting involved, but I'll get into that next time. Peace.
Cool. And what a cool way to end it. I'll get it the next time, Pete.
Yeah, I thought so.
Right.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Look, I'm guessing you're gonna have to like bounce like quite soon, right?
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
I could stretch for a little bit because I'm really just clicking on the next tab and shit, and then waiting for people to show up. So.
Well, what I was wanting to do is maybe do a part 2 to this, and then we can focus on Super Zero. Like maybe like if you've got a rap or like a beat or something you produced that we can like listen to, and then we'll
absolutely.
I've got some more tunes, and we'll do a part 2.
Up.
And we can have JG show up, do some flowing. Yeah, like so we will have Ghetto Talk episode 2.
I just really hate what I did with my voice on that. I thought I was like doing something. I wanted it to sound pleading, but it just sounds whiny. And
whiny? Come on.
What the hell is he
it
talking
sounds
about?
whiny to me.
Like
it sounds whiny to me.
Come on, bruv.
Especially in the beginning, because like the way the vowels are elongated,
whiny.
It feels a little.
You sound like perfectionist. You sound like, dude, man. Yeah. You sound like one of the finalists.
We would get along very well.
Wait, Super Zero, wait. Like
I agree.
You sound like one of the finalists for a casting call for God. Right, like that. Literally, your voice sounds fucking epic on this fucking beat,
but not,
dude. So
but not on. I don't know. Hold on.
It doesn't mean.
JG said it earlier. You kind of you have a Ghostface Killer flow. You do have the delivery of fucking like the New York fucking Ghost.
Dude, again, man, I'm working on verse 2, bro, and like I'm trying like I want to do those offbeat rhymes like you do, man. That's what I've been working on.
Look at Pickle.
I'm working on verse 2.
Pickle's going.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought it sounded whiny. What's he talking about?
It is. It's the tone of the voice. I really don't. I really feel that way, right? I'm not like trying to like. When I listen to it, I just can really hear. Like, listen to here. I'll give you another something that's like floating around on SoundCloud somewhere that I did. If you wanted to share it, and you can just hear the different. It's a completely different kind of rap, right? But the voice, what I do with my voice, I love so much more than the other one.
Okay, let's hear it. I'm curious.
Fuck they at? No type music. Tower heist paper, skyscraper, I could snipe off it. Big face pills, Ben Frank could try to Skype off it. Trying to find a bitch I could slide off with. Piff on my light all in. No, I ain't the Miz, but my life's awesome. Haters living their life nauseous, sick to their stomach at how I'm living my life lawless. A cowboy strapping 19 miles Austin. I'm a boss like a UFO in the club, bitch. I'm flying saucy, and I need a boss bitch. My ego is ginormous, and when I say ego, I mean Ma Johnson. Don't let the swagger mine stomp you. Smack your shit at all, girl. It's not your fault. I'm just a fly saurus. You niggas fresh to death. I'll have a fly coffin. I'm the shit that has flies coughing. You niggas should listen, cause my time's costly. If time is money, I got a wallet full of Audemars on me.
That's what I mean, though, like about
give me
voice.
A link to that
you know what I'm saying?
Bro. Give me,
give me a link. I don't. There's a bunch of shit on there that I don't really like. This was back in the day,
mate. That was
when the people wanted to be a group.
My
There's
shit
not
will
a
get
lot
the
of my
flyers
shit on
coughing, bro. You get the flyers.
No, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite verses.
That's a nice bar, man. Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna do a part 2 to this. Oh, thanks, man, for sending me that. And
we need to. We should.
What's he say? My bars are
Douglas and the Will of Garvey make the colonists. Yeah, feel me? No sellout. What's up, Steve Harvey? Yo, that's
Mind of Douglas and the Will of Garvey make the colonialists fear me. No sellout. What's up, Steve Harvey? Hello.
How palatable, Pickle? How palatable is it?
Some Blackalicious shit. Man's getting Blackalicious with us. Holy fuck, I love this. The arrogance is palpable. What the fuck? Oh yeah, of the tune he's saying. Yeah, it's great, man. It's great. No, but I think it's good to have different tone of your voice on it. Like that one was.
Yeah, I know you. What I'm saying is, when I did that verse,
find it too pleading. I don't find it too pleading. To me,
well,
it sounds powerful. So it sounds like you're telling me off or something. Like, you know what I mean?
In
you're
the
like
way
saying,
how,
in the way how
the tone of voice, and the way how the tone of voice matches the content in the verse that I just played, I don't think the tone of voice in Peace matches the content as well as it should.
It's so New York. It's got New York just like feel to me. I don't know why.
It is. No, it is. That's my rap style. That's what I do.
I love it. Yeah. I want to hear more of it.
Yeah.
I like
there's no more.
I really
there's no
like
more.
New York stuff. If you can't tell.
It's gone now.
I like the woo. I like the woo as
well.
Yeah.
Mate, you need to do a fucking album, dude. That's
Wu-Tang is for the children.
But Super Zero, man, you'll have some time like Sunday maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll jump on for part 2 on
Submit
Sunday,
your song,
right?
Send it to all of us, and then we're gonna all listen to it and pick our favorite parts, and then we're gonna pick it apart right here live in front of you on air in front of everybody.
What if you guys don't?
Then you're gonna hear about it.
That's the concept of the show.
And you know what Pickle's gonna say, man? Oh my god! I better be wearing a prom dress. Pickle's gonna fucking take my ass
of the show, man. I love doing this shit with artists.
He's gonna fuck you till you love him.
Kiwi would have to say about it. I wonder what Kiwi would have to say.
You're enticing on your ass. All right. What was I gonna ask? Yeah, that's it, man. Guys, do me a favor. Give me a high five. Smash that like button. And of course, subscribe to these fine gentlemen. You want to tell? I don't, Super Zero. You don't have a channel yet, right?
No, I don't have a channel.
Okay. Hello. You want to tell them about your channel?
Yo, Yellow does it, man. Y'all know where to find me. We about to go live shortly, playing some D&D real quick, just so I can finish teaching my boys how to play, since I recently learned and I fucking love the shit. And of course, we're gonna get back into streaming with the gang, guys. Don't worry, it's coming back. You find me, for those of you that know, those of you that don't know. Tune in to Yellow Does It, subscribe, man, because about once a week we get on there, stream with the gang, talking about what's going on in the world and how we feel about it. Mostly pop culture stuff, but sometimes you feel me. I mean, you heard Peace, you know how I feel about shit, so we get into all that too. Also, you can find me on the Great Council 5 times a week, getting our nerdy news on. That's it, man. That's it. That's what I do.
Nice. And Super Zero, man, it's been a blast having you here as well. Good catching up with you, dude, after all this time. Hopefully next time you have a camera so I can see you after all this time, bro.
Yeah,
this is one of the first guys I streamed with on my channel, and I haven't had him on so really, really glad. And we're gonna be listening to one of your tracks next. I'm gonna try and find as many like rappers and artists and stuff like who just want to share their art with me, like so I can deconstruct it and embarrass them on live on Hot Tuesdays. So guys, I think I'm gonna peace out, and what else will we say?
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, comment. say what bars you like and everything like that, like for Yellow, like and stuff. And
you don't have to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna see you on the side. Love you 3000. Peace.